Hello and a very warm welcome to yet another interesting edition of the program CAC Weekly, a weekly program that keeps you abreast on the activities and achievements of the Corporate Affairs Commission. I am Omohefe Peace Osemere. Coming up, RGCAC enlists stakeholders' support for enhanced service delivery. CBN adopts CAC's position on registration of fintechs. Plus, practical demonstration on how to open an entity electronic account, EEA. We'll be right back.
Attention, business owners. Did you know that failing to file your annual return can put your company at risk? In Nigeria, the Company and Allied Matters Act 2020 requires all registered entities to submit their annual return to the Corporate Affairs Commission (CAC) or face serious consequences. The listing, striking off the CAC register, these are not just empty threats. They are real risks that can strip you of your business license, cutting off access to government activities, support, subventions, and crucial post-incorporation services. The law is clear. Annual returns are mandatory for the continued recognition of your business as a legal entity. Act now. Good news! Filing your annual return has never been easier. Introducing the CAC Online Portal, your convenient, efficient, and accessible solution to fulfill your annual return obligations. File your annual return online through the CAC Portal today. CAC, committed to prompt and efficient service.
Welcome back. Let's begin with stakeholder engagement. The Registrar General and CEO of the CAC, Hussaini Ishaq Magaji, SAN, has enlisted the support of stakeholders and customers to work with the Commission to ensure that issues related to the regulation of entities are seamlessly implemented. The Registrar General made the call during a one-day familiarization with customers and stakeholders held in Abuja. Hussaini Magaji described the event as an avenue to exchange ideas on the way forward for enhancing efficient and effective service delivery that satisfies the yearnings and aspirations of all stakeholders. He also stated that the Commission, amongst others, had also initiated a process of reviewing its operational checklist to bring it up to speed with international best practices. Magaji said the move will go a long way in simplifying processes and also reducing the time cycle for service delivery.
The Corporate Affairs Commission under my leadership is continuously engaging with our software vendors to improve areas that require urgent attention to make the company registration portal perform optimally. This will resolve problems associated with delay in service delivery. The Commission has also initiated the process of reviewing our operational checklist to bring it up to speed with international best practices. This will go a long way in simplifying our processes and also reduce the time cycle for our services and product delivery. We are also recognizing the call center for the purpose of making it a response center that will attend to customer complaints and inquiries within 24 hours. This will also address the anxiety of getting issues resolved, not only in a timely manner, but also addressing the overall expectation of customers and stakeholders. I will be engaging and collaborating with all of you on a continuous basis to get inputs and suggestions that will ensure a good experience in service delivery as we move forward on this journey. Thank you very much.
The CAC boss revealed that the Commission was reorganizing its call center to enable it to respond to and attend to customers' complaints and inquiries within 24 hours. It therefore pledged to ensure frequent engagement and collaboration with customers and stakeholders in order to ensure effective and efficient service delivery. CAC Weekly reports that high points of the event include a Q&A session, contributions and suggestions for enhanced service delivery to the satisfaction of customers and stakeholders.
Two things. One is out of experience. We had a cost to file annual returns for a company. The company is a small company. or for one reason or the other, the company, the finding was queried on the ground that we should pay for a big company. So maybe I would like to suggest, after back and forth, the issue was resolved. But I would like to suggest to the Commission that maybe this should form part of the education curriculum for the staff of the CAC in order to know the specific amount to pay. And also the second issue I would like to talk about is sometimes when you have about the, let me say, customer care services of the Commission. Actually, I agree the Commission is trying, but a lot of things are not going the way they're supposed to go.
Annual returns later in the year, it becomes notified automatically, and that's not the provision of the Act. So if there is a way to educate staff so that they know that there is a time limit respected, yes, but it doesn't mean that you have to file it, because at some point we started hearing that once you don't file it within January to June of the year for a company, it becomes late filing automatically, and that's not what the Act provides for.
Every company's financial year ends in December. We have clients that their financial year ends in March, for instance, and we have to wait till January 2024 to file, and we pay the penalty. And now again, I mean, we're almost due to file for another financial year, but we won't be able to file again until 2025. I've raised this issue with ICT, written several tickets, but the external consultants didn't put out 2024 till January, and that was a big issue for me.
Also, we want to thank the Commission for this wonderful event. We think that it's very useful, and we think that the Commission is open to receiving contributions. So, many of the contributions that we've heard are very useful, right? But certain minor details that we've noticed that we think can make the operations of the Commission more nimble and efficient in terms of the notification regime. So, for instance, for queries that you have with respect to certain applications, we recognize the fact that the queries will be properly registered on the portal, but maybe taking it a step further to also have email notifications from those queries. So you have customers that are informed by email as well that there's been a query when a particular application has opposed to
do some post-incorporation, and to our utmost dismay, while those post-incorporation requirements were fulfilled, we were getting feedback that the company had not paid annual returns. And we kept responding. Unfortunately, there was no provision for us to put a note there that no, this company was registered in October. And we kept clicking on complied or marked as resolved, and we kept getting our report that it has not been, that annual returns have not been filed. So it's very, very important, because I know that whoever did that, it's not like the person's ignorance, but maybe something was just missing in between. And lastly, sir, I want to ask, how many years must a company be in default of annual returns before it's taken as a company that should be struck out? Thank you.
As it were, because there are still a lot of information that is not on the portal to determine when you last held your AGM. Your financial year, you can get that from your submissions, and then calculate 9 months forward, right? And after that, add another 42 days, and then come and say for every company individually, and then come and say you're out of time, you're not out of time. I don't think we have developed that portal to that point, right? So at a point we started by saying we came back to that 42 days. You know, when we started this portal, it was you go with the help of EPs, we were able to. So we said 42 days, it became a problem. So we went back to our original position where we say, you know what, just give them the whole year. So that we avoid this controversy. Just give them the whole year, just give them the whole year. Anybody that fights later than 1 year after, they put penalty. Every company is required to file its annual returns, right? And these annual returns that you want to file must be accompanied, in the case of other companies, other than small, by financial statement, audited statements, right? And then the law says that these audited statements must be laid before a company, before that company, not later than 9 months from the date to which it is made, for instance, the 31st March. So if you go by the letters of that law, the ordinary letters, that means a company that financial year ends on the 31st of March still has up to the 31st of December to lay that financial statement before the company. Right? And it is after that the law now says that you lay it at the general meeting, annual general meeting, that is supposed to be the normal ordinary business. After that, the law says 42 days after, within 42 days after, you should file. Okay? Now, the challenge you have at the moment, I hope I have authority of the argument say, okay, if I'm wrong, that's why I say you correct me. So the challenge we will have help us manage this situation better. So again, that's why we're here interacting. You can also advise us on these things. But one thing I also know is that the Commission is trying to leverage artificial intelligence, AI, to help us work out these things. When we have all your information, again, like I said, it may not apply or work immediately for all companies.
Edit the application. You open up the application as if you want to resolve query. You scroll down to where that issue of increases, you see edit. Okay. You pick up each shareholder, you edit it. Pick up the share capital, you see edit as a button. Okay. Once you click the edit, it will give you room to change maybe from 10 million to 100 million. And all the things you enter before that, you couldn't do before. Yeah. Like changing divided into this and that. You can do them now. And by the time you finish, you save and continue. It will take care of that. It's currently working.
The Nigerian Bar Association, NBA, the NBA Section on Business Law, NBASBL, the Institute of Chartered Secretaries and Administrators of Nigeria, ICSAN, and various prominent law firms in the country, amongst others, all graced the event. Moving on to another plus for the CAC. The Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, has sustained the position of the Corporate Affairs Commission, CAC, that all agents within the FinTech mobile payment cluster are under obligation to register their businesses. The CAC had previously stated that all FinTechs must register with the CAC before commencing business, in line with the express provisions of the Companies and Allied Matters Act, CAMA 2020. The meeting held at the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, was presided over by the Apex Bank Governor, Olayemi Cardoso. The Registrar General of the Corporate Affairs Commission, CAC, Hussaini Ishaq Magaji, SAN, had earlier submitted that Section 863, subsection 1 of CAMA 2020 provides that a person or association of persons shall not carry on business in Nigeria as a company, limited liability partnership, limited partnership, or under a business name without being registered under the Act. He further stated that Section 863, subsection 2 further made it a criminal offense punishable with a 200,000 naira daily fine for failure to comply with Section 863, subsection 1. In his submission, Hussaini Magaji therefore strongly suggested that the CBN should advise all banks and mobile money operators to inform their agents that have not registered any form of business entity with the Commission to do so within 2 months to avoid the criminal sanctions contained in Section 863, subsection 2 of CAMA 2020. CAC Weekly reports that the meeting was attended by CEOs of SEC, NDIC, PENCOM, Financial Reporting Council, and all the deputy governors of CBN. And now, post-incorporation matters. Do you know what an Entity Electronic Account, EEA, means? Would you like to have one on the CAC portal? Briefly, the account would allow an entity to submit documents and statutory returns to the Commission by electronic means. An Entity Electronic Account shall be administered by an officer of the entity, that is the authorized officer, designated by the majority of the directors, partners, trustees, on that behalf and in accordance with Section 101 of the Companies and Allied Matters Act 2020, CAMA. Any information Documents or returns submitted through an entity's electronic account shall be deemed duly authenticated. For practical demonstration on the EEA, let's join the PA technical to the Registrar General, Mohammed Abdullahi. Enjoy watching.
Hello viewers, today we are going to show you how to obtain entity electronic account. First, visit the Commission's website at cac.gov.ng, gov for government, cac.gov.ng. It will now take you to the landing page of the Commission's website as shown on the screen. Then you go to resources under menu. Click on resources. The resources page has displayed. Scroll down to application for creation of entity electronic account. Click on it. The application form is displayed on the screen. The name of the form is CAC Miscellaneous 03. This form is one fits all. You can use it to obtain entity electronic account for business name, limited liability partnership, limited partnership, companies, and incorporated trustees. So, for example, we are going to request for creation of entity electronic account for this company with registration number 1492313. The name of the company is Jingi Integrated Farms Limited. Okay. And type of the entity, I will now select company because it's a company. Then I'm to provide the details of the account administrator. Here is you are to provide the details of the person that will manage the account. Muhammad Adamu is the one to administer the account. Enter the email of the authorizing officer and make sure you provide a valid email address, because it is this email that the details of the account when created will be sent to. Provide the details of the account administrator. This is the one that will now administer the account. The name, a surname of the person is Muhammad. His first name is Abdamu. Provide the email of the person that will administer the account. Make sure you provide a valid email address. And his phone number is also required. The description of the account administrator is a director in the company. But it is not necessary that only the director or secretary of the company could be the account administrator. You can designate this function to one of the personnel of the company. Then the next is to provide the details of the directors of the company. We need the details of the directors because they are going to sign and just like giving their consent to the person that will administer the account, and CAC will look at their details and ascertain yes, they are the directors of that company requesting for the entity electronic account. Mohammed Adamu. Email address of the director. Phone number of the director. We are going to affix his signature. Then the second director, Adamu Garba. The email of the second director. His phone number. Also his email signature will also be affixed. So this is what we need. As I said earlier, the authorized officer means the person that is designated by the majority of the directors to administer the account. That's the account administrator. And we need the details of the directors because we will make sure that they are the one that authorize that person to be the company administrator. Okay. So now, print this form, print it, and send to CAC headquarters in Abuja via any courier service. Or if you are in Abuja, you can decide to drop the form at the CAC headquarters at Maitama, Abuja. Once we receive the form, we will now go through it, ascertain the directors are the real directors of that entity, then we will now create the account. After creating the account, the details of the access will be sent to the email of the account administrator provided in the request form. That is the reason why I said you should give a valid email address. The email that will be sent, it contains verification link that the account administrator will use to verify the account to enable that person to have access to the CAC portal, which is company registration portal. So that's about the form. After obtaining the access, you can do your business with the commission digitally by going to post.cac.gov.ng. It is our post-incorporation portal whereby all entities are required to file their details or statutory filings, or if they want to do any transaction with the commission. So that's the entry point. Username given. You enter the username given after the creation of the account with the password provided while validating the account. The form is free and there is no definite specific timeline. You can just go to our website, download it, and then send it, fill it, send it to our office. And there are key benefits to obtaining entity electronic accounts. It is very efficient. It makes your job easier to conduct business with the commission and is seamless. And also you will have control over who will file on your behalf. So thank you very much, and we encourage all the registered entities to obtain their entity electronic accounts now.
What are you waiting for? Hurry now and create your EEA. Thanks for that informative segment, Mr. Muhammad Abdullahi. And that does it for this week's edition of the program CAC Weekly. We do hope you enjoyed watching. For comments and enquiries, please take advantage of our social media handles and call center. On X, formerly Twitter, at CAC Nigeria 1. Instagram and Facebook, Corporate Affairs Commission, Send us an email at helpdesk@cac.gov.ng. Check us on our website at www.cac.gov.ng. And our call center number is 0708 0629 000. Do join us next week for another interesting edition of the program. Same time, same station. From me, Omohefe Peace or Semere, and the whole team, it's bye for now.